Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to the Creative Mind of Dorraine. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. To all the subscribers, I just want to thank you so much for always watching, always sharing, and always tuning in. If you're watching this video and you've not yet subscribed, what are you waiting on? Just go right ahead and hit the subscribe button below. We're going to get straight into today's video. Now, I did promise you that I was going to be doing another video on lessons from the World Cup for young creatives. And the last one I did one with the lessons from Brazil and Croatia. If you've not seen that video, you can click the link up here and go ahead and watch it. This video is the one that I promised you to do, the lesson from Argentina. Now, I'm not an Argentina fan. Let me just make that declaration. I'm not. But when you watch the game and you watch the entire series, you'll find that there are things and lessons that you can take away, like with all sporting activity. And so I'm just going to get straight into those lessons. The first one, the first lesson for young creative, believe in your talent. That's the first lesson, believe in your talent. Why that lesson? Now, the very first match that Argentina played against Serbia, listed back against Saudi Arabia, and they lost. Everybody, everybody, or most of the naysayers came out kicking, including me, because, like I said, I'm not an Argentina fan. Now, a lot of us were saying, boy, especially within, but I can say within Jamaica, but I know there were many persons who were saying, yes, them for go in here, them for go home, you know, time for them to drop out, etc. And we were all rejoicing. What did Argentina do during that time? Argentina blocked out the noise and they started focusing on themselves as a team. They focused on their talent. They started believing in themselves. And so what it means is that when you have your talent and nobody's clapping for you, clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. That's also lesson. That's a part of the lesson number one that says believing in your talent. And a part of believing in your talent is clapping for yourself. Again, as young creative, a number of you are pursuing careers in the creative industry in one form or another, whether you're a painter, you're a photographer, you're a dancer, you're an aspiring musician, you're into crafts, whatever it is that you're into, you're a young theater person, you know, there will always be the voices that say to you, listen, where are that for you? You're not going to make it. You will not make it where you want to go. Yes, but block out those voices and believe in your own talent, because that's what Argentina did. And as you watch them play the subsequent games to that very first match, you saw a team coming together and they got better and better and better and better by doing what? Focusing on themselves, believing in their talent, listening only to their voices and believing in what they have. And so that is the lesson. Believe in your talent, Don't listen to the naysayers. Believe in your own talent as a young creative and keep working. The second lesson from Argentina, just the same, but it comes from the goalkeeper, Martinez. Listen, this lesson is stay composed under pressure. Stay composed under pressure. Now, if you are a creative person who, you know, you're into performance, your music shows, productions, etc., Murphy's Law always happen. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and it always happens. However, you have to remain composed under pressure so you can make the best decisions. Now, sometimes you're doing something and because things are not going as planned, maybe the sound is not going as planned, the light is not going as planned, the costume, somebody's forgetting lines, somebody fall ill in the middle of a performance or whatever it is that may happen, but you have to keep that performance going. What it simply means for you to make the best decisions in that moment, quite impromptu, is that you have to stay level-headed. And that's what Emilio did in those World Cup when it came to the penalty moments. Yes, he believed in his own talent and he knew he had a role to play in getting them the win. And what he did, he remained composed. It's almost as if he lived for these big moments. Yeah, he reminded me of Usain Bolt, who lived for these big moments and perform at his best under these kind of pressure and circumstances. And Emilio Martinez led Argentina, carried Argentina to victory in several of those matches, especially in those penalty shootout, because he know in his heart that he's a good goalkeeper, right? And he know that a lot is also riding on him, and because he know a lot riding on him, you know what him do? Him believe and he stayed composed under pressure, so he could spot the ball and know the direction he could go, so he can create the save. And I'm saying the same thing to you, my young creatives. Stay composed under pressure, because sometimes when the performance or the production is not going out it is supposed to go, you have some serious decisions to make, and if you're not careful, you will mess up an entire show, an entire performance, because you can't make the best decision because you are not composed. Yeah. And so you have to take the lesson that it is that Argentina is given to us. The other lesson from Argentina is know your objective. Know your objective. One. The third one, and this is a two-part objective from that. Know your objective, and you also learn to work as a team. Now, what you saw from Argentina that led them to the win after that very first match was a team coming together with good team synergy. Yeah. But what I noticed was that as I paid attention was that they all had one objective. And yes, everybody's objective was to win that World Cup. Everybody wanted to be champion. But their objective was a bit more specific than that. They wanted a little bit more than just to win, but they wanted to win specifically for Messi. They all wanted to win for Messi. So not one person out of the team, the entire team wanted to win the World Cup for Messi. And it was that one objective that the team built themselves around. And as they played each of the games and you watched how they played as a team, working well with each other, very mature, very level-headed, very composed, with a lot of fighting spirit, you could see that objective coming to the forefront as they tried to work as a team. They coalesced around one specific objective. What is it that I'm saying to the young creatives? Now, I'm seeing a number of young theater groups coming up, and I'm so happy and I'm so proud of them, because they're out there and they're trying to make their mark. They're doing their things. They're creating their own niche. They're not waiting on anybody to employ them. They are doing it for themselves, and I'm happy for that. Right. But the lesson out of it for these young groups or young creative group is that make sure you all have the same objective. Yes, make sure you all have the same objective and everybody buys into this objective, because if everybody has the same objective and you're all working towards that objective, then of course you're going to find that you have good energy, good synergy, and you will work better and you will make better choices. Yes. During the game with Argentina, that entire match with Argentina team, even though they all wanted to win for Messi, everybody contributed. No, nobody sat back and said, you know what, Shaw, Messi a superstar, my time for shine. No, I want to go out there and I'm going to try to get away from Messi. No, because they believe and they realize that if one person wins, it means all of them would win. So if they're able to win that World Cup for Messi, they all win as well. It's the same thing within those young groups that you're in when you're forming your groups as young creative. Know your objective. Identify when you have one individual that's moving forward, and you can also help to push that one individual within the group while at the same time working as a team. Because if one person within that group wins, everybody wins if you all have the same objective. And that is important, because when you are creative, remember, the performing arts is not about any individual. It's very collaborative. It takes one hand to wash the other. It takes one hand to make the other clap. Within a creative industry, there's no way you can survive on your own. Yes. And if you're working as a team and you have a young performing arts group that you're building, the focus and the aim is to make sure you all know your objectives and you're building on that one objective. And if you do that and you continue to work in that regard towards that one objective, you will soar the same way Argentina was able to soar to become the 2022 World Cup champions. So those are just my few thoughts and in terms of the lesson from Argentina. Now you watch the match. What was your takeaway from it? And I just want you to also think about it. Are there merits? Yeah, are there merit points to all the lessons that would have just been mentioned in this video? Do you agree? Do you don't agree? What is it that are your thoughts? Put them in the comment section. And if you don't agree, put them as well. But what are your own thoughts on the match? What are your own thoughts on Argentina's journey towards becoming World Cup champion for 2022? Let me hear what your thoughts are. Put them in the comment section and let us continue the conversation. Until you hear from me again, stay blessed, big up yourself, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Take care.